Gruel?
Your first question's probably, King, what's Gruel? Never heard of it. Wait, no. In reality, it's probably who is the squeaker on my For You page on YouTube. Don't question me. The game was released on the 5th of March, 2025, right around my birthday. Hell yeah. The game was made by Mick Sengers and Cheese Baron. I don't know if I said what was right, man. And it is a Boomer Shooter Rougelike. Oh my god, my mouth is already watering. Holy crap. But yeah, let's get right into talking about the game before a quick ad break. Ha! My dear viewer, have you ever wanted to be a small ferret stout thing surviving in a harsh tundra landscape? Well, if you have, on the rare chance, this is the perfect game for you, man. Meet Boreal, an indie game by the developer Lucky Space Cat. It's got some awesome retro pixel art. Also, CRTV effect off for a second. Yeah, the ad break, it's gotta actually show what it looks like. And back to my weird stylized ad sections. It's currently on itch.io. It's a small game jam game, but the developer plans to turn it into a full Steam release with new features such as new NPCs, quests, and predators that can hunt you in the wild. If this interests you at all, consider donating to the Kickstarter. That is www.kickstarter.com/projects/LuckyTheSpaceCat/Boreal. I repeat, that is www.kickstarter.com/projects/LuckyTheSpaceCat/Boreal. There's a nice loop of hunting critters and then selling them to get the in-game currency truffle nuts, which can be used to buy many different things. Again, here's a game without the filter. I know people will want to see it, my crappy ad sections aren't your main interest, it's the game. And remember, if this at all interests you, make sure to check out the Kickstarter and show the developer some love. Also, make sure to like the video and sub to the channel, helps a lot. Let's get back to Gruel. Just gonna turn that off. Okay. Gruel is super duper ooper fun. That's not even a word, I just made that up, but it counts for something. I found it before it released through a Steam Discover tab, because for some reason back then, all I ever did was look for niche indie games that I would enjoy playing. The first thing that drew me into it was its super cool and stylized art. It is just a breath of fresh air with all these AAA games that look ultra realistic and require a supercomputer to run. When it released, I snatched it up and it was just as good as I had been wanting. There are so many weapons and enemies, it feels so polished. Also, the combination of roguelike and boomer shooter is just so well done. In the game, you travel through many different dungeons. In every few rooms, there's a shop. In these shops, you can scrap your items, get seals, which give you special abilities, and buy new weapons. The whole seal system is super fun. You get to pick one seal per shop, and they each have differing abilities, which makes each run super different. The shops are also a really nice fresh breath of air compared to all of the dungeon rooms. The game also has a lot of achievements, and if you know me, I love my achievements. I mean, just look at, they all got little arts, and there's so many of them, and you feel a need to collect them. And then you got the store page. I mean, the game's got infinite progress, a ferocious bestiary, bombastic arsenal, mildly accursed relics, and all of it in a sweet animated style. Isn't that nice? The combat and movement also feels very good. My only issue is you can't jump, so I find myself trying to jump quite a bit, but I can't. But then again, that's more of a me issue. The simplicity of it is also super awesome, because the left click on your mouse is the shoot button, and the right click is a kick. This makes it so the game isn't too bloated with different mechanics, and I think this benefits it quite a bit. Also, if you're playing on high sensitivity, it feels really fluid to whip around and shoot enemies. I really enjoy it. And the weapons are all super creative, like this one that's a slot machine, and depending on what you roll, it's a different type of gun. Another thing you have to take into consideration is the recoil on a gun, because some have really bad recoil and you have to keep them in control while shooting. The weapon animations also just look really good, and it adds a lot of charm to the game. After you get through a few shops, you'll get to a bowl of gruel, which then, after you eat it, lets you access the next area of the game. Although I haven't gotten far into the second area because, quite frankly, the game is kind of hard. There's also many things called sauces that you can equip to a run, which changes a certain aspect about that run you go on. The game also has a bunch of collectibles. There's a bunch that look like little Funko Pops that you unlock during runs. They all look really cool. I really enjoy the art, and seeing them pop up at the end of a run is just super satisfying. You also have a journal which shows all of the enemies you've fought and encountered, and all of the guns you've collected throughout your runs. And for any of the competitive folks out there, there's a leaderboard inside of the game. Another thing I really enjoy is the promotional art for updates and other things of a sort. Just look at how good these look. Like, man, this is so amazing. The closest comparison I could make would probably be the original Doom. As you can see, the perspective of the game looks very similar, it's just the art styles that differ. That being said, Gruel still has a lot more modern day polish, and on top of that, it doesn't really have a story or a set path given that it's a roguelike. If you're a fan of first-person shooters, boomer shooters, or roguelikes, I would definitely recommend picking it up. The game doesn't have that massive of a fandom, so it would be really cool if more people got into it. And if it really interests you, but you can't buy the game, I would definitely recommend joining the Discord for Gruel. Now, everything I've said has to be taken with a bit of a grain of salt, because I haven't played the game too much and I haven't gotten too far into it. This is more of a first thoughts type of video. But from what I've seen, it's really amazing, and I definitely think you shouldn't skip it. Depending on when I release this video, it either is Christmas or a few days before, so this most likely will be my final video of the year. I've had a great year making YouTube videos, and it's just really awesome to have been able to grow a bit of a fan base. I mean, like, we went from certified squeaker to, like, somewhat competent. I don't know, man. But if you're still watching, I hope you have a great New Year's, great Christmas, great whatever you celebrate, really. But yeah, it's been a great year. This is King, signing off. Bye-bye.